Unfortunately, time is running out, and I think everyone's acutely aware of the fact that the clock is running on this, and the huge chunk of time that everyone felt we had is disappearing rapidly. I think the concern that I would like to express is the industry that I come from, the industry I represent. For all the studies have done, all the examinations of possible outcomes, possible solutions, clearly indicate that the agri-food industry will be disadvantaged and is undoubtedly worse than it can be to remain in Europe. I think there's some concern about the misunderstanding that people have about some of the terms. For example, a free trade agreement applies that it does what it says in the tin. Actually, a free trade agreement is not that straightforward, and it's about inefficiencies and cost to businesses. So there's huge concerns about the issues of something like a free trade agreement. I think that transitional arrangements, transitional agreements are fine. It sounds like an interim. Actually, I think what it does very often is prolong uncertainty, and uncertainty is not good for businesses. It's not good for industry. Inability to plan for the future, to invest, actually, it's stagnation, and that's a huge concern. I think that as much as I'm reassured that the Brexit-ready Ireland is actually a reality, I have serious concerns that if a figure of 20% of businesses that have engaged or are proactive but considering their future outside with the UK outside Europe is a concern, because for me, and I am a glass half full person, that still means that 80% of businesses haven't considered it, so that's a concern. I have concerns over the optics of what the discussions and where the discussions are currently. The reality is there's a message being peddled by the popular press, both in mainland and in Northern Ireland, that there's a position in Dublin and the Irish government against and fighting against the UK on this and trying to be disruptive and create blockages and reasons why deals can't be struck. I would like to see the truth on this get out to the general public, that they realise that actually the Irish government and the European Union are working to try and get solutions to problems. I don't think Brexit should happen. I have strong opinions on that, but I firmly believe that the message needs to get out there that actually Ireland are working with Europe, working with the UK to try and deliver some of these solutions. And there are concerns that, even though the reference is made to the border, and the point was made earlier, that I don't think they really understand the implications and the significance of the border on businesses that live on both sides of the border and function across Northern and Southern Ireland. I feel that all the references to the border, everybody keeps discussing all the problems, and we go round and round in circles discussing the problems, and I think that we soon need to get to the point. So if we know the problems, what are the solutions? I personally don't believe those solutions exist, and I think we need to be open and transparent and man up to the fact that at the minute technology can't deliver solutions to the border. So if we start with that as our starting point, what next? I think that there's a message we're actually missing in this, because there is a notion from a Northern Irish context that leave Europe and opportunities will open up within GB, markets for the industry, markets for business, for manufacturing, for construction, whatever else. The reality is, and I believe, that actually those opportunities exist there now. So why do we not capitalise on those opportunities now, whilst we're still part of this big trading bloc, and maximise those opportunities? And I can see no reason why the British government or a Northern Ireland executive would even consider life outside Europe. Certainly, in times of global insecurity, when we look at the US, when we look at Russia, we look at China, we look at Syria, serious concerns are out there about the UK leaving Europe and becoming very exposed. I think strength and unity together, UK, Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, is imperative. I believe that even though the clock's running down, there is an opportunity to go back to the people in the UK and let the people decide, because ultimately it's the people that this will impact.